Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Jess and I'm so glad that you're joining me for another reading journal review. So this is part of a collab that I've been doing with Plan with Elise, so definitely check out her video linked down below. For my new viewers, welcome, and my returning viewers, welcome back. If you guys want to talk books, talk reading, and flip through my journals, then grab your stuff and let's get started. Before I jump into the planners, we are going to talk about September books. I only read 2 physical books in August, and both of them were traveling arcs, so I do not have the actual physical book. However, these 4 are the physical books that I am trying to read for September. So the book Will They or Won't They by Ava Wilder. This is a traveling book that I'm doing with a group. So as you can tell, like everybody else has already tabbed a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to be starting this one this week. And then I have, let's go with this one, Assistant to the Villain. This one is one that I am reading with a group. And I'm only like barely a third into it, just because I honestly haven't been taking a lot of time for reading it. So hopefully I can be able to get some time to read it tonight, but I would like to finish this one before I start this one. And then I want to read All Downhill with You and The Fiction Between Us. This is part of a 4-book series. Like when you put all of the books together, it shows like a little roller coaster, kind of. So I have the first 2. I don't have 3 and 4. I'll probably find them on Kindle Unlimited. But yeah, I'll read this one first, and then this one, and then probably the other 2 on Kindle Unlimited. So that's what I got going on for September. And then, of course, I've got other ebooks and audiobooks that I'm reading. But these are the 4 physical. Let's jump into the planners. First of all, we are going to start with the Kellava plan. I just want to kind of show you how I'm using it so far for September. So I'm really not using too much of the beginning of it. I'm saving a lot of this for next year. I am using this page. This is kind of like my TBR. These are the physical books and the arcs that I am kind of really pushing to read for the month of September. And then we go into the month of September. This will all be done at the very end of the month. I still haven't done the monthly, but I am using the weekly. So I'm basically using it like on a daily to kind of remind myself if there's posts that I need to do. But then I'm also using it to kind of put like when I start a book, and I may even use it to put in what books that I read each day, not necessarily just when I start or when I finish. And then I have it set up for next week. So I really like this. I kind of really like keeping the weekly planner of my reading, and I did not expect that. Then we go into my actual reading journal for the full year. So we're going to start from the very beginning. So we start out with my books read bookshelf. These bookshelves come from Plan with Elise, which, by the way, this is part of a collab that I've been doing with her. So make sure you check out her video. But this was her 50-book bookshelf. And basically what I did is I took it apart, and I put it onto filler paper because I only wanted 3 on each side. That way I could be able to kind of have like a Dutch door style bookcase. And I really, really, really love how it looks. I still have quite a bit that I can fill up, and I may only like fill up until this page. I'm not even guaranteed that I'm going to end up using this side, and that is perfectly okay if I don't. Then we have my Goodreads challenge page. So I have 100 on this side, and then we flip over to the back. I have 100 spaces, and I'm at 145 for the end of August. My TBR, which I'm honestly really not using, I kind of like the TBR in this one where I can be able to set it on a monthly basis. And then we have my daily reading where I just basically mark that I'm reading every single day. Then we have my reading in pixels where I can be able to color in what type of book that I read, whether it is a Kindle, audiobook, or physical, or both. I definitely had a lot in August where I was either reading a Kindle and a physical or a Kindle and an audiobook. My A to Z challenge. So right now, the only letters that I still need is A, D, E, N, Q, R, S, and U. And I am probably going to go back and look at books that I've read that start with the word "the" and go from there. But I'm going to do that at the very end of the year. We have my DNF, which I basically kind of stopped that in May. I have had a few DNF books since then. However, I decided that I'm no longer tracking them. Like, I don't give them a rating on Goodreads or anything. Um, I just, I don't know. Like, I kind of decided, why do I want to track that negativity? So I only have 3 books and I have not been adding to it. And then we have my monthly arcs. This is basically the advanced reader copies that I read each month. Let's go to August because, as you see, August was quite a busy month. One problem that I did is I actually ended up printing these out a little bit bigger than normal. So I had to do this little insert, little washi insert. But I read 14 arcs in the month of September of August. That was kind of crazy. Now, granted, one of them was mostly read in July, but still I finished it in August. So yeah, 14 of them. I was really proud of myself. I still have a lot to go. I think I'm up to like 23 right now. For my review page, we have 8 ebooks that I read, 8 audiobooks, and 2 physical books. I have not updated any 2024. I really need to do this. Honestly, like, I don't really think about writing them down. So I need to do better about that. And then I have my fall reading bingo. This is what I'm going to use for physical books that I read in October, November, and December. And we come to my summer bingo board, my summer bingo challenge. I have basically dropped these books. So here's my problem. I planned the books, I started reading the books, and then I kind of got sidetracked by other physical books. So what I plan on doing, obviously I have a free space. I am giving myself the freedom to change these titles. So if I am able to read these 3 books, I'm not including this one because it is a traveling book, but if I can read these 3, then I will let myself mark them off. And then we come to my Joyful Chaos book club pages. So the books that we received from Book Club Girl is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me and Banyan Moon. And let's just go straight into January. So the way that I've been doing this, and I really like how I'm using the currently. So I have my TBR. I have dates of when I am doing book club. So when we have our author chats, and then I'm including a picture of the book that I read that month. And in the monthly, I track when I started and when I finished. So here's February. February was a ton of books, ton of audio, like definitely high in the audio books. And then my start and finish. March was a lot of books as well, but not enough to warrant a little insert. And the start and finish. This was the first one that I think I stopped counting. Yeah, this was the first month that I stopped tracking, like on the side, what books that I read of each one. I only have it in my whole yearly review. And then April I didn't do a TBR. I just let it go. Whatever I happened to read, that's what I read. And then April, no design. I really just kind of stuck to just using mild liners. May, I did not do a TBR. And I also forgot to write down the dates. And then we have May, start and finish. This one I did write down, like, I used a highlighter. So it kind of goes according to my reading in pixels. So yellow is physical, blue is Kindle, pink is audio. And then June, no TBR, no dates because I was a slacker. And then we have my monthly. So start and finish. I feel like this was a lesser month for books. And then July, again, I didn't write down the TBR. I didn't write down dates. But then there's my start and finish calendar. August, I did do a TBR. And I also marked them off when I read them. As you see, the arcs were the only ones that got done. I did not write down dates. I need to get back to writing down the dates. And then here's August. And then September, I started a TBR. I think maybe I will update the TBR and I will update the important dates. But I have at least been keeping up with my start and finish. I finished the book Never Lie. It is an audiobook. I finished that today. I also started, okay, so this is kind of funny. I was listening to Never Lie as an audiobook. It is by Frida McFadden. It's a psychological thriller. I got to a point that I was like, this is scaring me. I have to turn it off. So I found a different audiobook. So now I have to update it with the new audiobook that I'm listening to. And I have to put in that I finished Never Lie. So yeah, if I am listening to a psychological thriller, I will in fact turn it off at nighttime and I will not listen to it at nighttime. I also want to get back to the point of decorating my monthly. So maybe I will do that. But yeah, so there we go. Reading is going fantastic. Love keeping up with this journal. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.